Good evening, everybody. Good evening. How are we all doing today? Welcome, one and all. It's been a while since we've done a live stream on the channel. Hopefully, everybody's doing well. Hopefully, everybody's having a good evening so far. I've personally had a couple of drinks, I'll admit that, and I've been very much trying to build up some confidence and, kind of erode the nervousness that I've had since I've not streamed in it's been it's been a whole year nearly since I've last streamed. So I will admit I'm trying to build up some confidence in streaming a little bit. To be honest, I've also changed a little bit of the layout. As you can see, have a lot of stuff here. I just need to see if the chat is working, so let's see if it works. I'm gonna have to wait and see if that works. Hopefully it does. But we are back with some Genshin Impact, and we are here to, of course, explore and just see what we can do, honestly, in Snezhnaya. There's so much to do. I'm kind of at a loss for words as to what we can do, to be honest. Frankly speaking, I'm just like figuring out what we can do and what we can't do, to be honest. So I'm just trying to roam around. I think we're going to go into the shooting range first, because I do know that we have a couple of things we can do there. I think we have new survival areas, so some sort of thing going on here. Oh god, I completely every time I come in here I keep forgetting we have the new mechanic of sliding basically available here. But yes, we are back, of course. I'm very excited to start streaming again. Today's stream is going to be definitely more focused on obviously exploring Snezhnaya, but I am also very open to just seeing what you guys have to ask me questions wise or whatever. So I would appreciate anything that you guys have to, ask or anything of that sort. I'd really appreciate it, because that way at least I know, if you guys have anything to say, anything to ask, I'm all more than open to respond to you guys. I'm very, very happy. Let's just do all of these, and well, to be honest, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to shoot properly, considering I am a little bit tipsy right now, considering I've drunk a little bit. I have drunk a couple of beer cans, so hopefully should be all good. All right, let's see what we can do here. We got some shooting to do, some enemies to target. I've enjoyed this, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, the gun gameplay has been probably one of the best things that Genshin has probably added in a long time. I didn't expect it to be this much fun. I really did not expect it to be this much fun. Uh-oh. Come on, shoot him so that we can get the consecutive defeat. There we go. Can I do this? There we go. Boom. Come on, put your head up. There we go. That's what I wanted to see. I was really hoping we could get him without it. There we go. Hello, gamer. Whoa. Come on now. Come on, let me just shoot him. Alright, I need to just check if the chat has come through. But hello, gamer. Welcome to the stream, mate. How are you doing? Welcome. It's been a while since we've had a live stream. So it's been a minute since we've obviously interacted. Can I do this? There we go. Alright, we got 2 consecutive defeats. Very nice. There's one more. Wait, who else is there? There they are. Come on. Alright, let me see. Has the chat come? Yes! It works! And there's the emotes. I was trying to make sure that the emotes worked, but I couldn't make sure. I didn't know if they'd work or not, but thankfully it does work. I'm so glad that it works. Thank God for that. Oh shit. Shoot him. And there we go. Man, I love the gun gameplay in this, to be honest. I really hope they add a deathmatch or something, man. It would be so amazing to be able to face other people. Like, it's okay if they do honestly, I don't mind if they do PvP in this, to be honest. Alright. Whoa. I wasn't expecting your head ass to be here. Can I hide? Thank you. I love how they put their head on top. Ah, brother. I hate these guys coming in our way. Come on. Is there anywhere I can hide? HP, anywhere with HP? Come on. I'm good. How have you been? I've been good, man. I've been good. Obviously, I was a little bit nervous doing the stream, but I'm very happy to be back. Honestly, to be honest, I'll be real and say that it'll take me some time to get back into the groove of things when it comes to streams and all. But I'm very excited to get back into the groove of things. Whoa, is that gonna damage us? Oh shit, that would have damaged us. Good thing I stayed away from that. All right, who's there? Okay, they're there. Woo! Headshot, baby. Let's go. All right, I need that HP. No enemies here. Some enemies here. We need to defeat 41 opponents, so we got a little bit to go through. Ah, they're here. Come on, there we go. All right, he's gonna throw a grenade. Whoa! I probably should have done a snipe shot against this guy, but it's fine. Come on, reload. I wish the reload time was faster, to be honest. I wonder if the upgrades will allow us to get better reload times. There we go. Come on, there we go. I love how we're just standing next to one another when it comes to shooting. I've been liking... Oh, I love it. 7.0. I'm going to do a review for the Archon Quest tomorrow, but the Archon Quest is probably one of the best Archon Quests we've had, man. Honestly, it's been so amazing. I genuinely think they've done a fantastic job with it. I cannot wait to see what else is in store for us when it comes to the world quests. I haven't touched any of the world quests. We might do some of the open world stuff, to be honest. I'm thinking about that. There we go. We might do like the meeting point quests at least, if possible. I want to try and do something along those lines. Can I shoot this guy at least? Get this guy out of the way. Reload. Oh, this guy is very annoying. Alright, let me shoot this guy and deal with him. Thankfully, these guys aren't dealing too much damage. I mean, I'm taking a couple of hits, but we should be fine. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let me come over here. Shit. I didn't expect them to actually hit me. Let me come over here. I need to take down this guy. I will admit, this is a lot more fun than I was expecting. Whoa. Ah, shit. They got me. How much score did I get? Only 1%. Really? What did I get? Okay, we got that. What else did we get? I'm pretty sure we get some more rewards for this as well. Okay. How are we looking? Let me see. I should have gotten something else as well. Okay, we got the Balzag's Sunwheel Sight. So let me see if I can upgrade one of our weapons. I think I have to upgrade everything before I actually go in those survival modes, to be honest. But man, I'm not gonna lie, they really cooked with this. Tundra Gunsmith number 2. Okay, we got those. So we've upgraded the ammo feed and the gun sights. Okay, for this weapon. All right, sweet, 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 sweet. Lovely stuff. Is there anything else? Okay, no, that's just a little bit of a bug, I guess. All right, let's go back to Snezhnaya. But yeah, man, I've been really enjoying Snezhnaya a lot. I think it's been a lot of fun. There's so much to do. And honestly, the best thing about Snezhnaya so far is that they've actually done a really good job when it comes to the exploration, because it feels like it's like a Sumeru or something where it's difficult, where it's hard, dragon spine like, even because I've gone into like the heavy winters and it kills immediately. Like frame one, you have no chance of surviving. So like this place, like it's difficult to get through. Getting to the final statue of the seven for the Exiphanes blade was so annoying. I could not actually get it done. Honestly, it was so difficult. But I genuinely think it's been a lot of fun. I really genuinely have thought that they've done a fantastic job when it comes to the exploration. I really do think they've done a good job. Honestly, what is this? Shadow Realm upgrades? Where is it? I've done this already, no? What do they want me to do? Wait. What does the journal want me to do? Ice Quarry. Oh, I have to get the last wing drop. Oh, yes. I guess I have to do that before I can go to the next one, I suppose. So, which direction? It was in this direction, right? I think the last one was in this way. Let me use Snezhnaya. Honestly, actually, frankly speaking, low-key, you know, as much as I love the Natlan characters for moving about and stuff, Mawika has been actually kind of, not Mawika, sorry, Snezhnaya has been kind of goated for the movement, honestly. Okay, I need to go into the Shadow Realm and figure out what I'm missing. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I think I remember this one. Alright, let me just go over here and start clearing out all these guys. Come on, there we go. Reload. I'm pressing the R button and it's just not reloading. Come on, game. I see that guy in the back. I'm assuming headshots do more damage, but I haven't really seen it. How's Odette? I've been hearing she's very strong. Insane. Honestly, insane. Like, I'm preparing a video for her. I haven't yet done it. I'm kind of doing like a I've built Odette in one day video. She is already like at level 70 already. Like, she's insane, man. She's so strong. Like, I wasn't expecting her to be that strong, honestly. Come on. Can I get cover? Cover! Girl! You gotta cover yourself, mate. Two? There we go. Come on, vaporize. And now shoot. There we go. I should probably get some of the ammo boxes. But yeah, if you're looking to get anything for Stellar Swirl, honestly, Odette is basically gonna be like any sort of like a Shilonen or something like that, basically. Maybe not even Shilonen, probably like a Citlali or a Furina. She's very good in any composition, man. She's gonna be like the main support you want to get for any Stellar team. Honestly, Swirl or Conduct. Honestly, you have to get her in that sense. 100% of the way. Alright, let me shoot this guy. Alright, shoot. Oh, brother. Come on. There we go. Okay, so I should probably use those. Dude was gliding in the air. He was glitched. Alright, the reload happened. Alright, there we go. I can't wait for more guns to come into the game, honestly, because it genuinely, this game mode has impressed me way more than I thought it would. I wasn't expecting this game mode to do as well as it did. I was kind of very skeptical about it, but honestly, they've done a great job with it. Like, its mechanics are so well done. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be this well done. Like, obviously it's not perfect in any way, but yeah. I didn't need to waste that on that, basically. I didn't realize. I thought I switched to the grenade. Oh, I almost got the headshots on him. Reload. Come on, peek your head. There we go. I know there's one guy back there. Can I get him from here? No, not possible. I thought I got him. I thought I'd got him. I've got this guy though. Whoa! Forgot that there was a sniper on top. I got this guy, man. He's dead. Let me use the grenade. Can I get him from here? Love to see it. They've done such a good job with this, man. It's so good. It's so good. All right, let's see what we can do after this, though. I want to try and finish this off, and then we can probably do something with. Maybe I'm thinking we'll do the meeting point quests. Is what I'm thinking. I think we'll do that. We'll do the meeting point quests. The enemy's animation in response to being shot could be better, but other than that, very fun. I agree with that. I can see that. I can agree with that to an extent, to be honest. They definitely could improve on that a little bit. Okay, where is this one? I've been so lost about where this one is because it's saying it's here. But where is it? Let me go outside and check. Wait a second. Is it on top maybe? I mean, I swear I could be blind. I'll be honest. There is a very good chance I could be blind. Let me go out this way, maybe. Because where could it be? Oh, there it is. I missed it entirely, man. Jesus Christ. How did I miss that? Alright, so we got the last wing drop there. Alright. Let's shoot this guy. Jesus Christ. Wait, there's a guy here. Let me get rid of this person. Okay. Wasn't expecting him to come out of this. There we go. Lovely stuff. Okay, there we go. Just needed to that. Imagine being a new player coming to Genshin now would be an insane experience. I think just the variety of stuff is so good, and you also have such good options as well when it comes to just gameplay wise, right? There's so many things to do. You've got so many experiences. You could just go via the story and stuff and do the OG experience, right? Experiencing it the way like we all did, right? There's so many things to do. I think that's the amazing part. Honestly, it really is amazing. Don't tell me we can kill them, right? Isn't this the guy from... This is the guy from Chasm, no? It is! It is him! Oh, that is sick. The fact that they survived is immense. Oh, so good, man. I'm so happy for them. We may die, but we will not be broken. These are my goats, man. Any news of Katrina? Katya and Kolya, they're both children of House of the Hearth. They value the bonds of family far more than we do. If they are still alive, I hope they never come back here. I believe they deserted the Fatui, escaped somewhere safe and survived. So for me, no news is the best news. I still believe that. I hope that's the case, man. I hope that's the case, but that's tough. I didn't expect to see them here, man. Yo. Honestly, seeing Anton here it's so nice, man. Seeing that somebody survived from the chasm after seeing the likes of, you know, all the people that passed away in the chasm due to the exploration and stuff. Man, I'm so happy. I'm actually very happy to see that, honestly. Can I get up to this edge, maybe? No, I can't. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait till I get a little bit more stamina. Let me recover some stamina before we continue on, to be honest. Let me recover some stamina. But yeah, I wanted to stream today because I just wanted to see how I would be streaming once again after a long time. Obviously, I might be a little bit better if I didn't have a couple of drinks in me before I started streaming. But honestly, I'm okay with that, to be honest. I just wanted to see how I would be seeing, you know, coming back to streaming and just seeing if it would work or not. Obviously, this is something for me to use as a little bit of a test for the future, right? See if I can do maybe like regular streams a week and stuff. Maybe I'll do one stream a month, maybe a week is what I meant to say, not a month. Month is too long. But maybe like doing a stream a week on like a Friday or something would be kind of nice, to be honest. I think that's the best way for me to go. I want to go to this Shadow Realm, by the way. That's what I'm trying to do here, by the way. If you're wondering what is going on here, what am I even trying to do? Well, yeah, that's the idea here. Can I access this point? No. Clearly, there's something that I have to yet unlock, of course, which makes sense. Fair enough. Okay. Where's the waypoint? Says it's down there somewhere. Yeah, I think the lore videos have been kind of popping off. I have some more coming up, of course, with the Archon quest and stuff, but I'm kind of leaving that for like Monday onwards because I don't want to spoil people and stuff like that so early on, you know. I want to leave it for when everybody's done watching it, and I'm gonna give them the entire weekend. But man, there's so much to discuss when it comes to this, when it comes to the lore in 7.0. Honestly, they've kind of poked quite a bit. Does this give me... Why? Hold on a second. One second here. Hold on a minute. Okay, it's reset. Alright, I'll worry about that later on. I'll worry about that tomorrow. That's supposed to be part of like a video I have made for a dead. So I'm kind of like, wait a second. Hold up a minute. But yeah, no, I'm very appreciative that the lore videos have popped off. I was hoping that some of the other ones would pop off as well, but it's okay, you know. I mean, I understand that not everything will be like insane. So I'm just trying stuff as we go along and see if what works, what doesn't work. But I'm glad that the lore videos, the ones that I think at least I put a lot of effort in. Maybe some might not think that, but I definitely tried my best to try and do as best as I could with that. And I enjoyed it, man. I really did have a lot of fun with making those videos, to be honest, because it was a lot of me just yapping a little bit, to be honest. But I also tried making it a little bit more scripted, so that way at least it'll be a little bit more fun, a little bit more unique, a little bit fresh in that sense, you know. I know some people complain that I had very similar ideas to other people, but like, I mean, if I have similar ideas to other people, I can't really help that, you know. It's not my fault that people have other ideas, similar ideas to me, you know. I don't want every video to also be scripted, to be honest. That's kind of the idea I'm trying to go for, is to try and have videos that are like a combination of scripted as well as videos that are more natural, right? Like the power creep one, I know a lot of people got very annoyed with me, like for using like old teams that didn't make any sense or were not built, but that's how they were. The idea of that video, and I've very clearly put a disclaimer. I feel at least I put a disclaimer saying, you know, the videos were not meant to be like a actual like test video, but it was supposed to be more of like a fun video to just see how the power creep has been since I started playing the game, from what I used to have to now. There's another one there. Can I get him? Damn. Alright, there we go. Is there somebody there? No. What is that over there? I can't tell what's that over there. Alright, let's see. Okay, this is the big boss. Or one of the big bosses. Oh god, he's damaging me. I gotta run. Let me get the HP and then we'll attack him. Where is he? Wait, where am I supposed to go? Why is it all the way here? That was the idea, and that's what I even said in the video as well, that the teams I was using were specifically teams that I used back then. Alright, let me defeat this guy. 1 second. Oh god, I'm getting penetrated from both sides. I need the HP here. Oh god, there's so many enemies here. There we go. Can I get this guy? Jesus Christ, he's got so much HP. I suppose, yeah, the title definitely might have not have helped, but it is... I think it's natural to expect power creep in a game, any game, even live service games, right? Also, welcome to the stream by the Viru Pakasha. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. As much as I am Indian by the looks of things, and I should be able to pronounce names like yours, I am most assuredly somebody who doesn't know Hindi very well, and I really struggle with the language quite a lot, just because I've lived outside of the country for so long. But I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Virupakasha. Virupaksha, sorry, Virupaksha. But yeah, I definitely can understand that. I definitely think that maybe my title didn't help, but power creep is something to be expected. And it's fine, it's okay. I think it's absolutely okay to feel that way. And I don't think I even was negative about Genshin's power creep. The only thing I said that was insane was just Natlan to, or Fontaine to Natlan felt quite a big jump, generally speaking. You know, that definitely was a big jump. Yo. Jesus Christ, so many enemies are spawning. There we go. Ah, for heaven's sakes, he's got the shield back up. Alright. Wait, where are we supposed to go? There we go. But yeah, I definitely get that. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It's a very difficult balance, you know. Thankfully, there were some people in the comments that were kind of nice to me as well, which was super nice to see. I am very appreciative of them for, you know, understanding where I was trying to come from. And that was great. Of course. Ah, for heaven's sakes, I died. I didn't realize I didn't realize how close I was to dying. I'm gonna try that again. But yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, Cryo MC is somebody I'm very much looking forward to actually building up, because I want to try and build a stellar swirl team. I'm not gonna go for I'm not gonna try and go for well, she's not technically out yet, but I'm gonna assume that Vesna is gonna be something to do with stellar swirl, based on, of course, you know, the stuff we've seen and everything. But I don't want to build I want to see if I can do a Cryo MC Stellar Swirl without Vesna, basically. So just kind of make him use Mizuki as well. I have Mizuki at C2 right now, or C3, something like that. So maybe with, like, for example, the oh god, with the Temper Thyself event, I'm gonna get C3 and then hope if the anniversary isn't adding any limited characters, I'm gonna just pick up Mizuki from the standard again. Jesus Christ, so many enemies just shooting. I've not had a chance to heal up at all. I love the new outfits. I just wish they'd add them into the cutscene somehow, man. By the way, why Sino become good all of a sudden? Stellar Conduct. He's become insane because of Stellar Conduct. That's what helped him massively. I'm gonna just use these explosives to deal as much damage as I can before. Don't teleport. Of course you did teleport. Come on, let me move. There we go. It's immersion breaking. I'm okay with it. I'm not too fussy about the immersion breaking part, but I just wish it would. I think the problem is the models just look so outdated when you compare the two, right? That's the issue. Like, I don't care if the outfit was changing, but the models themselves are the biggest problem. They just look so outdated. Like, the best thing I can give you an example for is when you are in the Archon quest and you compare like Tartaglia's model to for example Sandrone's model. Oh my god, the difference is like insane. It is honestly ridiculous. Like, that's why I'm kind of hoping, I'm still hoping that they add like models for like all these older characters. Like, I'd love D-Luke and all. I know D-Luke's like the Twitter account, the D-Luke model Twitter account gets like it's some reprime as well. But it would be amazing. I don't have any ammo. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I didn't have any ammo. Come on, give me some ammo. Alright, there we go. Come on, reload. Yeah, lore-wise it makes sense. I am not gonna deny that. That absolutely makes some sense because Lumine did prefer her own outfit. The other outfit is what Aether preferred. But yeah, I mean, like, I still, man. At least model-wise, you can get the thing is, you could just update the old model as well, you know. Oh shit, I'm about to die. 1 second, let me just slide over here, get the HP. Good lord, where are these enemies just coming from, man? I'd love to see if they add like a deathmatch or something for this mode, to be honest. Imagine a PvP deathmatch. Like, it's not even anything that serious. Like, it's a very equal game mode and stuff as well. I still haven't tried gun mode. I need to try. I recommend it, honestly. It's not like, I don't think it's as like tactical as like a Call of Duty or like a Fortnite or whatever, but honestly it's just a fun thing that they've added that actually has a lot of in-depth stuff compared to what I actually thought it would be like. I said that I don't think they'll add like a, what's it called, it won't be as complicated as like a this, so they shouldn't do it in like events and stuff, but low-key, honestly, I wouldn't mind them. It would be fine if they did do some events or something with this, because it actually is quite a lot more fun than I thought it would. And if they add like more like, oh god, I'm about to die. I need to defeat these enemies. Come on, let me get this guy out of the way before old boy starts attacking me. He's starting to attack me, of course he is. There we go. I have no guns. Where's the ammo box? I didn't pick up one more ammo box. Yep, there we go. There we go. Come on. Oh, this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Come on. Are you serious? He's got HP as well. Let me go get that HP box. Alright, we should be fine. That should KO him. Alright. There we go. Fucking hell. Alright, I need to find all these wing drops now. I kind of just ignored them for the longest. Where are all of them? Oh god, looking for these is gonna be so annoying. I see one over there. Shoot that one. No, I've seen that the weapons are really useful. Like, Odette doesn't need her own weapon, by the way. Like, I'm gonna explain it more in my video, but honestly, Odette's weapon, you don't even need to summon for example. That weapon that is craftable is really good. I haven't seen how good it is for future characters. Of course, that's leaks and stuff. I don't really get involved with those that much. But honestly, I would imagine that based on how good it is for Odette, I'd imagine it would be still just as good. Can I can only build it closer. Can I climb? Thank you. Where is it? Wait, it's supposed to be somewhere here. Where is it? Ah, there it is. And it's, I guess it's on the other side here. Alright. I'm a little bit lost. But I think the craftables are really good. Honestly, from what I've heard, the craftables seem to be very solid. So I'm glad that that's the case, to be honest. It makes it much more accessible. I've given my Odette Jade Cutter because that's the second best option. It seems like generally it's seriously good. When BGMI or PUBG launched, I used to play day and night. When Genshin added it, it looks a lot fun. I need to play it. I think it's really good. Honestly, I'm somebody who's also like pretty into... I'm not as into shooters as some people might be, but I've played my time of like what's it called? H1Z1, I think it used to be. I think that's the name of the game. That used to be obviously such a big thing. Of course, then we had other games come and take its position, of course, right? PUBG was one, then Fortnite came in as well. So I've always been a big fan of shooters, but it's been a long time since I've actively played a shooter, to be honest. It's been a long time. Let me come over here. Wait, how do I access that area? Let me come over here. I played a lot of shooter games on mobile. I'm the opposite of... I've played a lot more on PC and stuff. Like, my first ever shooter was the original Call of Duty. Not original Call of Duty, but Call of Duty 2. So, I've been playing those types of games since then. But it's been a long time since I've actively tried to play a shooter game, to be quite honest. I've never really had the urge to recently. It feels like there's not been that many shooters that have been, like, super interesting for me personally. So I'm glad that, you know, we've been able to come to a game that actually has added a shooter that I'm actively playing, and it's not a bad shooter by any means. So if they add it as like a fun like mini game kind of thing, I'm down. Wait, is this the Kresnik torch? This is the main Kresnik torch, no? The ever-burning earth core. This is what we saw in the Transcendence trailer. Ooh, very nice. I'm down. Okay, so I assume this will play a big role in the future. I assume it'll play a big role in the future for sure. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. All right, let's go back. I just wanted to activate the waypoint so that we'd be ready. I definitely think that the one thing I want to kind of do is maybe do the meeting point quest, because that way I can unlock the compasses. Because once we unlock the compasses, I can start navigating my way around this place for the treasure chests and everything very well. Because right now, I'm in a very good spot. I will admit, I'm in a very, very good spot when it comes to currency and everything. I've been saving up like big time. I've been very lucky as well with my summons as well. A death summons, for example, it's been so good in terms of obviously having capturing radiance as well. Not having to summon for the weapon. It's been a huge blessing, of course, in disguise. But I don't know what I want to go for next, to be honest. I'm kind of confused. New Eye of Grey gadget is so good to explore. You can, yeah, absolutely. It's like very much like Arknight's Enfield. I was gonna just say that as well. It's very much like Arknight's Enfield in that sense. I know some people are a little bit annoyed by the emergence disturbance by all of these like items and stuff. But I've played I played a couple of Souls games in my time. Elden Ring being the primary one, and I'm okay with it. I don't know. Vodinitsa as a character seems like a lot of fun. I really liked her personality in the Archon quest. No spoilers, of course. I'm not going to spoil anything just yet. But I really liked her in the Archon quest. So I wouldn't mind summoning for her. But I don't know. I want to say for Mitya as well, to be honest, right? It just depends, I guess, on what their kits are like. If they make sense, then I'll add them. Because obviously, for me, I want to continue my trend of getting the main pull, the signature pull to C2, right? If you look at all the Archons, except for Venti and Zhongli, I'll admit that was a time when I was very poor. I'll admit that. But if you look at all the Archons, right? If I go over here and start going from left to right, so Zhongli I said no, Venti I said no. Where is Raiden? Raiden is C2, as you can see here. Furina, C2. Columbina, C2. Mawika, C2. So, and Nahida. Where is Nahida? Nahida is also C2. So for me, the Archon, I want to get C2 for sure. No doubt about it. That is something I want to do no matter what. The question is, of course, who alongside her? So I'm kind of waiting and watching and seeing if there's anything to suggest maybe one of the next units will probably work with the Cryo Archon. I imagine the Cryo Archon is going to be kind of like an evolved version of maybe like a Odette or Sandrone, depending on how they want to go with her. Do they want her to go main DPS or a support? Depends on that. Depending on that, we'll have to see what happens. If she is a main DPS, then I think either Swirl or Stellar Conduct will work. Sorry, I must have lost her way. Oh, this is part of that world quest. I know this world quest. I've already dealt with the initial part of this world quest where we had to deal with that bear that was looking for the deaths. I assume it's gonna be linked to that. I love Vodinitsa singing, but Vesna looks cool. I haven't looked at any spoilers, so I'm gonna say no spoilers just to avoid any trouble there. But I've tried staying away from leaks this time, to be honest. Over the last couple of patches, I've just been staying away from leaks because I don't want to get spoiled necessarily. But yeah, I would say even with Odette's burst animation, it's been so good to see how they've handled that burst animation. It's been really nice. It's been really nice. I'll just be right back, guys. Give me 1 second, right? Give me just 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Just had to go quickly just to check on something. We are back. Woof. All right. Where were we? I've recently come back after not playing after a month. Because why are people using Chi-Chi now? The buffs. If you haven't done it already, gamer, go to Fontaine and go over here to the Witch's Revelation, because they basically got the same buffs that the likes of the Hexorai characters like Venti and all got. Did he get the ice cream sword? Not yet. Where is that? What is it linked to? Is it linked to this event? Where do you get the ice cream sword? Done that. All done. That's okay. I have to still do this in the Jack Frost map. Oh, okay. I have to do that. I've still got to do a lot of like the mini world quests and stuff. That's something I'm gonna work on. They've been insane, honestly. Rio tier 0, basically. Tier 0.50, basically. He's like one of the best. Sino, amazing as well. Chi-Chi, amazing. Yaimiko, amazing. Honestly, all of them, in terms of the stellar buffs that they've gotten, they're all like insane. Mizuki, usable as well. So good. Small fake quest in Jack Forest area. Okay, got it. Okay, in this village area. Got it. I'll do that at some point. I think what we're gonna do is I really want to start off with, I think we have to start off with the meeting point quest. So we have one here, which I've kind of started off a little bit off. Alosha's is here. And then this is where we do Vodyanitsa's one, I'd imagine. I'd imagine this one is Alosha's, considering it's literally under Huntsman cabin. I'll activate all of them, I think. Let's go ahead and activate all of the meeting point quests primarily. Let's do that. But yeah, Cryo MC is also amazing as well, honestly. Like, genuinely, anything to do with stellar reactions is really good. Because honestly, like, from what I've been able to tell, frankly speaking, all the stellar reactions, actually, I'm gonna do a little bit of a spoiler test right now. It's supposed to be part of a video, but I'm gonna do it right now because it's not fully upgraded and I'm gonna have a little bit of fun. Let's go to the DPS test dummy and then we'll start Alosha's quest line in a second. I want to show you guys how good Adet adds to the DPS. So when I did my testing, I did 115 to 120k with Sandrone. Now let's see how it goes. So the idea is that, one second, I'll do quick setup. It'll be easier that way. Because I can do my rotations a little bit easier. So if I'm not mistaken, the idea is we have Adet, which is, where is she? She'll be here, level 70 still. Then we have Yaimiko and Escoffier. And Sandrone is still there. So this is the team we run. Hello, Black Waru. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Alright, let's see the DPS. My MC is not built. I want to save that for a video, actually. I'm focusing on Adet right now. I still have to work on Adet. But MC is somebody I want to build on sooner rather than later. He's going to be the next one I work on. Alright, let's see how much damage we do here. Alright, there we go. Do this. Alright, now we do this. I didn't need to do the E with Sandrone there, but I don't know why. It's just natural to me to do it. Let's see how much damage we do here. Jesus Christ. Look at the damage, man. It's ridiculous. Honestly, it's crazy. 131. And mind you, I haven't even built her up yet fully. I've seen people hit like 170k with her, by the way. I'm at 160 as well, by the way. Insane. Honestly, insane. It's ridiculous how strong these guys are. Oh wait, my face cam is covering. 1 second. I'll move my face cam in a second. Just give me 1 second. I'll get to 60 seconds and then I'll say, I'll wait. Hold off. There we go. I'm gonna stop it right there. Alright, there you go. My face cam is moved. As you guys can see, 167k. I'm pretty sure you can get higher than that, by the way. I'm pretty sure you can get higher than what I just did there. It's ridiculous. I don't know where to put my UI. I can't put it on the right because of this, but yeah. How much damage drop without Sandrone's signature? Let me check, actually. Pridwin will have it. By the way, I would actually, you know what? I know a lot of people don't like looking at Pridwin because of you know, if you've played HSR, you know that they don't do the best job when it comes to tier lists. But actually look at their builds. Their builds actually do tell you like a good a good amount of information in terms of, you know, percentage differences and stuff like that. For Snezhnaya, if I'm not mistaken, I think her weapon is actually pretty important, but it's not like a huge amount. Yeah, if you go by if you want to use Forged by the Golden Melody, it's about a 6% difference to her own weapon, team DPS wise. Solo wise, it's about a 12% difference. So you can get away with using Forged by the Golden Melody, which is, if I'm not mistaken, I think I have that weapon. Let me go back outside. Let's go back to mainland first, and then we'll check it out. You can use the 4-star free event weapon, if I'm not mistaken. I'll need to check if I have that weapon leveled up. I don't think I have it leveled up. As far as I know, I don't think I have it leveled up. Let's go back to Snezhnaya. Let's go back to Snezhnaya, and I need to check if I have that weapon. I'm liking Snezhnaya so far. When I started pulling Odette, I found her only by 1 pull, winning at 8th pity. Wow, nice. Which means saving for Annie. That's what we like to see. Yeah, honestly, I kind of forget every time that we have Annie next patch, honestly. It just feels like there's still so much to go, you know, in that sense, before we get to anniversary. Where is the weapon, though? One second. Do I not have the weapon? Oh, I don't. I don't have the weapon. Which pad? Wait. Is this a... Wait, which weapon is this? Forged by the Golden Melody. Is that the new Battle Pass weapon? It is the new Battle Pass weapon. My bad. Yes, it's about 100 to 110 pulls from what I heard. Yes. That's what even I've heard. Yes. But that's the new Battle Pass weapon. Sorry, I was looking at the new Battle Pass weapon. So if you look at this, right? Can I look at the Battle Pass weapons? Yes, there we go. This is what we needed. This is the one. So this one is a very little difference, and it's actually a good weapon actually for Snezhnaya. So if you want to get that, that's a good weapon. Her free-to-play weapon, Blade of Atonement R5, requires enough electro application. Yaimiko is enough. Yaimiko is enough. That's the forgeable weapon, if I'm not mistaken, from this region. So that is also a good one. That is also a very minor difference. It's 107% to 118%. So 11% there. R1 of the Battle Pass weapon is a 12% difference. So you've got some really good free-to-play options that can still work with her. I'm curious at what they'll bring up since it's a different approach than usual. Yeah, it's been a while since we've had a patch where the anniversary patch is in a 0.1 patch than a 0.0 patch. Because nod-Krai and Natlan both were 0.0 patches when we had the anniversary, right? So it's been a minute since we've had something a little bit more unique in a way, to be honest. So yeah, let's see how they handle it. I'm really hoping they do a good job, to be honest. I really hope they do a good job. I gotta farm more of Odette stuff, so we may as well do it as well. I think they're saving QL for anniversary. I really hope so, man. I really hope so, because that's the only thing I was really disappointed by when they did the live stream, to be honest. Like, I was okay with everything else, but the fact that there was very little QOL was very annoying to me, to be honest. I feel like, yeah, fair enough if you're saving it for anniversary, but still, come on, like, we're in a 0.0 patch. You can't necessarily say, like, no, we're not gonna release anything, you know? I don't think they'll give more rewards buys. I think the only thing that might be a difference at most is we'll get maybe like a limited free-to-play, a limited 5-star unit as a option. But beyond that, I don't expect much, to be honest. More importantly, what I'm kind of hoping for is at least some QOL, at least. At least, you know. Oh, let's see with Alosha.
旅人し狩りの最中だ
They did the same with ZZZ, if I remember correctly. I haven't played ZZZ since like 1.3, 1.4, so I have no idea what they've done. But makes sense, to be honest. Makes sense. Fei Gang? First time I've heard one of those. Okay. I hate to say it, but I agree. I don't think they're gonna add it. As much as I hope they do, yeah. You only play in JP? I like playing in JP. I prefer a majority of the voice actors I prefer in JP. Don't get me wrong, I think the ENVAs actually also do a very good job. I mean, Fontaine is the first time I felt some regret in playing in JP versus English, because I found Novelet's voice especially really good in English versus in Japan. Even though Novelet's VA in Japan is nothing to scoff at, right? Novelet's VA in Japan is like one of the most well-known ones, to be honest, right? But I will admit, I genuinely think that the ENVA did a better job than the Japan one. Even though it was Kamiya Hiroshi, who obviously has done so many good roles, of course, right? I mean, he's one of the most well-known ones. Levi Ackerman in AOT, you know, Shinji in Fate, Trafalgar Law in One Piece, and so on and so forth. But the ENVA did such a good job in Fontaine. But still, generally speaking, I prefer the JPVAs overall, nonetheless. I feel like generally I prefer hearing how they speak. Even though I don't understand it necessarily, but I just think it fits better. I agree with some of them. I don't necessarily agree with all of them. I think, like, I will say this. When it comes to I'll reiterate Novelet's. I think he's the best example here. When that whole Sinners finale scene happened at the end, right? I think Novelet's ENVA did a much better job than the JPVA, in my opinion, personally. I think there will be other occasions as well where that would have been the case as well. And it's one of the reasons why I actually enjoy watching, like, Bran or Arnold being Murder of Birds. Those two are really good, obviously, for watching when it comes to reactions, because they're lore heads, so it's always nice to see what they have to say about the story, if they have any theories that, you know, lights a bulb in my mind. But generally speaking as well, they watch it in English as well, so I enjoy watching them for that purpose, that I can actually also hear them as well in that sense, you know what I mean? So yeah, Renova ENVA, also a very good one. Absolutely agree. I agree with that. I think I like the JPVA, to be honest, because she was very soft-spoken and very nonchalant in a way for what she was doing. But I do think the ENVA was also doing a very good job in that role as well. I really do think that as well. Yes, I think so as well. Yes, Black Waru. 18 Dawn is the VA of Renova. Yes, you're right. I can't wait to see what they do with Renova in the next couple of patches, to be honest. I'm very excited for that. Natsuki Hane or Satoshi Hino in Genshin one day. You never know, man. You never know. With how many characters they will be adding in the future, they can easily come into the game somehow, some way, for sure. 1 second. You never know. You never know. They, especially with, like I said, with how many characters there are, they'll come in some way, somehow, for sure. I mean, yeah, they added Naruto and Sasuke in the best way possible. With, of course, the addition of Kenichi and Ahao. Sorry. Hey, my boy Tugarin. Yup, I know. I played.
爪は
Act 2 was so good, honestly. It's tough, man, but I genuinely think Act 2 was like one of the best Archon quests we've had in. Honestly, I genuinely think so. I really think it is one of the best Archon
ギョン
quests.
グの角はどいつも武装してるからな。中の角の数は10より多かったか。まだ10までは数えられないか。
Gagarin doesn't know how to count to 10.
あんたは
Alright, let's see if we can help this guy. I love how they've added Gagarin as such a good partner of Alosha. I was going to spoil something from Act 2, but I'm not gonna say anything right now.
邪魔するぞ。こんな場所にも住んでる奴がいるんだな。
このガキ、どこから来やがった。
ただの通りすがりの狩人だ。近くで狩りをしてる最
Okay.
中、プラーミアバダーを切らしてしまってな。
I need to find somewhere to warm up.
トラブルに巻き込まれたくなければ、さっさと失せな。
外に2、中に3か。この程度なら取り逃がす心配はない。
Did it drag a little bit? I was a little bit worried with the murder mystery that it might drag for another day, but they didn't do that, which I think it was fine with. Oh, I kind of spoiled a little bit there, but that's fine. I didn't spoil anything about the murder mystery outside of that, technically. But yes, I would say that the second act maybe could have dragged a little bit, but I think they did a good job there. Act 1, I know people will feel it dragged a little bit, maybe towards the end with some of the stuff, but I think it was good. I think honestly those were things that were needed for Snezhnaya, to be honest. If there's anything I felt dragged tutorial wise, I think right now with the way the gun gameplay is incorporated in the Archon quests and generally its presence in the main story, I think that could have been relegated to a world quest. Obviously there's a very good chance that that could be that could come back in the Archon quest in a major way, but we still don't know yet, to be honest, right? So for me personally, I feel like right now, based on what we know a little bit, I think they could have removed the tutorials and stuff, but yes.
何をする気だ。
I don't think she gave us all the answers necessarily,
言っただろ。
but I don't think she was also very open as well at the same time. I don't think she gave us all the answers, but I do agree that she was definitely a little bit more open than what initially we would have thought of, to be honest. Absolutely agree with that. But I don't think it was as... Oh, wow. How the... Okay. I wasn't expecting Adit to absolutely just dome them in one go. I don't think Odette, I don't think she gave us as many answers as we think she did, to be honest. There's so much more to give. A minor answer to the curse of death is not as important as, like, say, for example, other things that she could have probably given us, right? To be honest. But that is a very good point. Jonathan made a good point there, technically. Renova might have given us a little bit more information than maybe required.
カードは一旦しまっておこう。鍵はあっちの扉に関係ありそうだ。
True. That is very true. But I didn't feel like it was that, like, I didn't feel like it was questions that were, like, unnecessarily overly answerable, in the sense of I didn't feel like the questions that the traveler asked Renova were questions that were giving away too much information, if you know what I mean. I don't think it was I think those were questions that she would be okay with answering because it's whatever, you know? Like, it wasn't as if she was asking about, like, the heavenly principles, the status of the heavenly principles and all that sort of stuff. That being said though, you could make an argument and say the reason why she would be very okay with answering the questions is it goes back to that theory that a lot of people have had, is that the heavenly principles is actually our ship's AI. So us being the controller of the heavenly principles would thereby be that thing. But I don't feel that's necessarily still true, to be honest, because of the fact that, well, Asmodee wouldn't have captured us in that situation, right? If we were really the controllers of the heavenly principles, right? That too as well. That is another thing as well. Yes, you could tell, like, even with her attitude in the generally throughout the Archon quest, she was very egotistical. She was very open with, very benevolent, saying, it's fine, nothing will happen because I'm involved now,
いや、この氷はわざわざ二重に保険をかけるほどだからな。
That's the thing.
相当溜め込んでるに違いない。
Piero, I wasn't expecting his behavior to be the way it was, but I really like the way they've approached him. I cannot wait to see how he gets involved in future chapters as well, or future Archon quests, I should say. But yeah. Can I just do this? Or do I have to do this? Yep. Of course, the heat source.
やっぱりまだ道があったな。
Where do we have to go? Ah.
今考えると
I was about
さっきはうかつだったベテランの狩人は怪しい洞窟を見つけてもむやみに飛び込んだりはしない。
Alright, where are we?
証拠
Stay back.
なんでここにも想定外の状況だな。ひとまず様子を見るぞ。
No, I think that she will still be a focus, but maybe not in the immediate next chapter. I think the next chapter will go back to the no season Saritsa, I think. Maybe some third descender info. I think that's a delusion. I have a theory that Piero was using a delusion. I don't think he has a vision or a stellar linchpin, but he's holding a electro delusion. I expect delusions to also come back in some way in the next couple of chapters, because they can't forget about it necessarily, right? Tartaglia still has one. I'd imagine some others still have one. Of course, the Fatui obviously are using it as a tool, right? So yeah. Hello, Rockstack. Welcome. Well, I think in the situation with Dainsleif not knowing about Paimon, remember, Piero might have not been moving in the same circles as Dainsleif, right? We know that Piero was dealing with Roptatyr, and what he must have done with Paimon is he would have summoned her, and he would have probably shown her to King Ermin. But then, of course, King Ermin probably rejected her, and then he probably just, as he said, left her in his residence. Dainsleif didn't need to necessarily know about Paimon. That's what even I was thinking initially, right? That's what even I was thinking when we were coming up with the predictions, and I said Paimon might be like linked to might be affected by whatever is happening in Snezhnaya, right? I didn't expect it to be I knew it was going to be something to do with Celestia, but I wasn't expecting it the way they portrayed it necessarily, right? The fact that she has no authority, no powers, which I have a theory on. Again, that'll be a separate video for sure, but yes. Why do I have a feeling that Dainsleif hides more than he knows? Possible. It's not improbable. Yeah, and to be fair, we know the way the five were born primarily because of Rerear's memories as well and everything, to be fair. I think Paimon was... I do think Dainsleif doesn't know Paimon primarily because I don't think Paimon was shown to King Ermin while Dainsleif was there. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong. And Dainsleif is lying. It's very possible. But yeah.
バラニーナ様にも同じことが言えるのか？この野郎。
One second, I just want to read the log again. I got the detonator in my hand. Hey, cool it. I told you I turned around, walk me. Old size rules. The Ismailov family will get a fair share for outside's sake, while the rest we've earned it. Okay, so these guys are just fighting over like treasure.
スネージナヤなんてゴミための中でこれまでやってこれたんだ。あのお方が定めた掟は誰にも変えられない。
They say the wind doesn't. Did they say wind doesn't blow? I remember they said time doesn't affect, no elemental energy. If they say wind doesn't blow, then I don't know how they were able to breathe, to be honest. See, I understand how we weren't able to breathe, or we can avoid breathing because we're fucking aliens as well. I mean, we were on the moon just fine, to be honest. Remember, we were on the moon just fine as well. So I don't know. I think us breathing, not being able to breathe is okay, I suppose. Alosha, I don't know. Unless all of Tevat is able to breathe in space completely fine. I don't know how they're gonna do a Rhine daughter. I can't wait for her to surprisingly be the 10th Harbinger or something, to be honest. It would be so funny if that's the case. I'd honestly holler if she actually ends up being like somehow she ends up being some form of like the 10th Harbinger, or somehow influencing that situation entirely. I think the 10th Harbinger is gonna be us. It's not impossible. That's also obviously a very high possibility. But it would be weird if it's us and they just skipped over for Tartaglia, if you know what I mean, right? Unless the 10th Harbinger died before we came into action, which is also possible, but I don't know, it feels weird. Well, we know that is linked to the third descender in some way, so there is something there for sure. Yes, I mean Ajax, Tartaglia aka Ajax, yes. Crooks robbing rooks, yeah, I realize that. They've just been arguing for the last like 5-10 minutes, honestly. But as long as that Faye's holding the detonator, yep. Leave that to me. What is he doing? Oh? Oh. Alright, I was about to say, did I click the wrong person? I saw people give a new name, Genshin Impact. I mean, hey, the new game mode is fun. I can't blame them for naming it that. One of them got away. What do we do? Let's go take a look inside. Okay. I wanted to do, I'm glad that I was thinking of doing the meeting point quest in today's stream, because I was like, I want to do at least Vorianitsa's start and this one start, so that I can maybe like start doing them over the next couple of days for sure. Wait, isn't this the same symbol as the Eye of Grey? I love how they know the funny thing about Rokot is that they've all been saying like, oh, we have to maintain individuality, we shouldn't know each other or anybody of that sort. Alosha seems to know everybody in Rokot, seems like, all of a sudden. Ah, there we go. I did pull Odette. Yes, I did pull Odette. I was on capturing Radiance, so I was pretty much guaranteed her no matter what. 50-50 or not, it was guaranteed anyways.
権限コード
So, yeah, I did get Odette.
さっきのカードか試してみよう
I had Snezhnaya, I had to get Odette. Of course I did. Access level reached level 6. You have reached the maximum access level. All barriers in the Shadow Realm vault can be now opened. Ooh. Complete Hunter on the snowfields and remnants of this. So wait, what do I have to do? I got her on 50-50. Nice. That's what we like to see. Winning the 50-50 is a huge W.
このカードや
I've been on a bad streak in Genshin, losing my 50-50s on a regular basis, so I knew that
専門家に使い方を調べてもらう必要
after
があ
I
る
summoned
そう
for
だ
Sandrone, I was like, either I win 50-50 with Sandrone and avoid capturing Radiance, or I lose Sandrone and I'm guaranteed at it. So I was like, well, let's see what happens, you know, let's see what happens.
他のことは置いておくとして中に入るために必要なものを外の見張りに持たせた上
Yeah, I won't miss the gun.
念には念を入れていたわけだこのカード
What do you think will come after Snezhnaya? Celestia or Conrea? Conrea. I think Conrea is definitely in the next region. The question with Conrea is it going to be technically Act 9? Or is it going to be, Act 9. Or is it going to be, Act 8. It'll still be Act 8 because technically Snezhnaya is Act 7 with, obviously Mondstadt being the prologue, now nod-Krai being Act 6. Yeah, if it's Act 8, or is it Chapter 2, Act 1? That's the question. I think, my personal opinion, I think it's Chapter 2, Act 1. Or Chapter 2, prologue. Or it'll be Act 8 until a certain point where then they do the whole thing where they burnt the thing with the Irminsul and stuff, and it just burns away and it turns into Chapter 2 prologue. I think that's what it's gonna be. That's also a very good possibility. That would be very cool.
カードとあの台座はまた後で調べよ
Oh, I mean, if they make it a bit nicer, if they make capturing Radiance a bit easier to get, like at number 2 or number 3, oh, I'd love it. I'd honestly love it. Alright, so that's the firearm blueprint, right? Alright, there we go. Okay, so that's the muzzle. What does that do? When using a normal attack, 1%. Okay. Okay, so once you get the full loadout, we get a little bit more of a boost. But basically, we're getting buffs, basically. No other Hoyo game has that? Technically, HI3 has part 2. It's a chapter 2, basically.
う明らかに現代のものじゃないなこれが連中の言ってた骨董品か他に金になりそうなものは
Obviously, it's
見当たらないが
from what I've heard, HI3 part 2 took a while to get going. It's been better recently from what I've been told, but yeah. Oh, capturing Radiance. Yes, true. No other Hoyo game has that. Yes, that is true. I wish it was in HSR because my luck in HSR has been dog shit.
思い出した少し前あるフェイのギャングがザーリベールイ時代の設計図を買い漁っててな
So I don't think that we will challenge the heavenly principles in this patch, to be honest, patch cycle. I think we're going to carry it on into chapter 2 with facing off against the heavenly principles. But I do think we're going to get a bigger threat from the overarching abyss, to be honest, in chapter 2. I think the heavenly principles is going to become actually as much as I hate to say it, I wouldn't be surprised if the heavenly principles becomes a random boss in a way. Not random boss, that's a bit harsh to say. I don't think that's true, to be honest. But it'll become like one of those La Senora style bosses, you know, where they're there for like a patch or two and then they end up becoming the weekly boss kind of thing. I wouldn't be surprised in that sense. I really wouldn't be, to be honest. But it's not impossible. They could wrap it up. Remember, to be fair, nod-Krai, we'd had 12 Archon quests, right? Including the Irminsul one. I'm gonna count the Ermine Soul run right. 6.0 to our conquest, 6.1 to our conquest, 6.3 to our conquests, 6.4 we had to our conquest. So that's 5, right? We had 6.1, 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 6.4, 10 our conquests right there. Then we had 2 more in nod-Krai, right? 12. We had a lot. No, wait. No. We had 10 parts. Sorry. I think one of them we didn't have anything. Sorry, my bad. I think there was one patch we didn't have any. That's my bad. So we had 10 parts to the Archon quest. It wouldn't be surprised to me that they do 12 or something in this patch cycle, right? Oh yeah, there's a very good chance Renova isn't a weekly boss as well. There's a very good chance. It could very much be like Revere. You're right on that. Absolutely.
こんな装置が書かれてた気がする。
You're very much spot on that front.
詳しくはわからない。だが、俺の記憶が確かなら、こいつを稼働させるには、パイプを連結する必要があったはずだ。氷を取り除けば動くかもな。フェイのギャングが、これほどまでに大事に隠し持つ装置だ。
Alright, what do we have to do here? Clear the ice. Let me guess. Heat source again? Yup. I'm just gonna carry it with me because it's right over there. Where's the other one? Okay, that's done. What's the other one we have to remove? Oh, it's this one.
Oh, やっぱり情報は正しかったのか。クルース肉の炉の試作機はここにあった。あのお方の計画にはこの時代のテクノロジーが必要なんだ。
トガリン、待て。
随分と冷静じゃねえか。
Oh, he got the dynamite.
俺が何を握ってるか気づいたか。
How did he make a couple of modifications in like the last 10 minutes or something?
起爆スイッチを拾ってほんの少し俺が少しでも手の力を緩めた瞬間大爆発だ。
増援を呼びに行かず一人で戻ってきたのか。
Can we not just shoot the damn thing and blow him up? It's fine. We'll deal with the repercussions later on.
部下を全員やられ苦労して手に入れたカードは奪われちまった。このまま戻れば俺があのお方に消されるだけだ。この施設もそのカードもあのお方の超大事なものなんだぞ。
How does letting it go explode? Probably just impact. I know the fact that it has a fuse makes it confusing, but I assume the impact causes reactions to occur. But yeah. I think it'll be a rebuild. It's either a rebuild version or we travel in time. Because remember, Istroth is still at play somehow. And there's a very good chance that Istroth could come in some way, shape or form handy in terms of sending us back in time. It could be an Amphorius. Remember, if any of you guys have played HSR, you know what I'm saying here. It could be that we keep looping back in time and we go back in time and effectively start afresh to stop things from happening. Again, we'll have to wait and see, but it's not impossible. I think it's either Istroth shenanigans and we go back in time, or Loom of Fate rebuilt. One of the two. I don't think it's going to be the ruins, for sure, though. No, for sure is a bit of a stretch to say. I should stop myself from saying for sure, considering I could be clipped. But yeah.
トガリン。伏せは攻撃準備の合図でな。おとなしくさせるにはお座りだ。お前、一体どの勢力だ。通りすがりの狩人だ。
I think Revive Fate, that is very possible as well, yes.
スニックの炉の試作機と言っていたな。
I do think Paimon's existence now also puts things up in question in regards to what might happen in the future for sure. I have some theories about that. I want to kind of expand on those before I talk about them, but I do have some theories there. The idea behind the gnosis as well and stuff as well, that could come in play. And remember, one of the most important things as well we need to know and acknowledge is every chapter, every Archon quest we've had from the very beginning has involved the Fatui, Celestia, and the Abyss, right? All three have been involved. So far, we've not had the Abyss involved. There is going to be something with the Abyss for sure. I think, and that is going to play a major role still. Do you think Paimon will get a new power in the future? Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they've teased us a little bit here and there in the axe, I'm not going to spoil it too much. So, not going to say it. But towards the end, we had one or two teases about potentially what Paimon's powers could be while she was in Celestia before she was summoned by, Piero. But there's going to be something. There's going to be something. But I'm not sure as to what yet. I think it could be one of 2 or 3 things, potentially. I'm just not sure what yet. I want to kind of read a little bit more again, and I want to go back and go through the Archon quest once again. Yeah, that's true. You're the most famous member of the Adventurers Guild after all. Monument. Alosia, what you do is also very meaningful. Alright. So that's the this done. Alright, sweet. So this is the meeting point, of course, right? Can I get a couple of the meeting point stuff done right now? I don't know how many... I don't know how many sigils I have. Yeah, not that much. I kind of want to hold off on it. There's still a lot of the chronicles to do, so I'm going to hold on that one. I don't think she'll have all 4 shades' power. I don't think so, at least. Oh, Shadow Realm technology. Look, I think the power of Paimon is a bit debatable because she lost most of her power after she was called to Khaenri'ah. Or Paimon has no authority right now and she's this celestial creation, so she could be a key to hold authority. It's possible, but remember, one of the theories I have, and again, like I said, it's a more basic theory, but I think it's the one that a lot of us are riding on. In nod-Krai, remember what Dottore said, right? We had 5 purposes, right? Or not we, but just generally, there are 5 things to keep in mind. Life, time, death, space, and the last one, reason. There is no shade of reason yet. Paimon, that could be something there. That could be something there. And if Paimon does gain the power of being a shade of reason, potentially, right? There is something there. I'm just saying there's something there. That too as well. She does have some moon stuff on her cape as well. There's so many things with Paimon that makes it just... It's so difficult because you can spread it out, right? There's so many different theories. I mean, obviously, we have the theory of Asmodee, Isroth, and stuff like that. I think that's a lot less likely now based on just what we have information on, right? I say a lot less likely. I think those theories are gone. You have to wipe your hands off of it and move along, right? But I think, you know, people are suggesting potentially heavenly principles. I still think that's possible. Not likely, but possible. Shade of reason, possible. Stuff like this. There's so many things that I think are very still likely, but we can't really say yet.
ようやく使い
どうやらそれは特殊なただ情報を閲覧するためにはそのカードの対応する機能を開放
Can
す
you
る
teach me
必要
more
があ
about
りま
these
すね。
technologies?
恐縮です。ほんの少し
Alright, so I assume we've unlocked the final gun, right? Alright. We've got a new message on the eye of Gray. I haven't even done any yet. The ones who created the blueprints for these. There are three major stuff that's gonna happen. Yeah, there's so many. There's still so many things up in the air, right? I know a lot of people were kind of hoping for the Archon quest to have like immediately heavenly principle stuff and whatnot. And while I think that would have been amazing for sure, and it would have been great to see that, I think it would have caused Snezhnaya as a region to be a little weak, because you don't know the people at that point. I feel like the people are what makes the region as well, very importantly. And having that just be non-existent in a way would be kind of disappointing. So I'm kind of glad the way they approached it, to be honest. I'm very, very happy with the way they did it. I think it's not impossible. That is very possible. That is very, very likely that can happen. Yeah, Virupaksha, for sure. Alright, let me go and check the train once again. 1 second. Where's my train? I need to check the new gun. I haven't even seen how the new gun works. If you go to the shooting range. One challenge heavenly principles. Remember the moon quest? I think we will go to the other planets and fight the abyss. Yes, I think that number 2 and 3 are very much intertwined. Because remember, with the change loadout, yes. Oh, we still haven't unlocked it. Do we have to do the entire quest to unlock the last weapon? I imagine so. I'd imagine so. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the case. Okay. Wait. I'm actually curious. I don't have aim assist on. I'm okay with no aim assist on, but yeah. Alright. Okay. We'll unlock those later on. Let me check the Eye of Survival again. Or Edge of Survival, sorry, my bad. I still have to get like a little bit more to get the Primo Gems. We will get there. We will get there. Okay, this is still under maintenance. Is this ready? No, it's not. Okay. Alright. We will come back to that later on. So where do I want to go? I think we'll go here. And we'll start off Vodyanetsa's meeting quest as well. I want to start off each person's meeting quest at least if we can today. That OSC was in Flynn's one? Yes, that is true. Let me just use the this if you can. That doesn't work because it isn't enough. I'm curious. Does it reset the I actually don't know. Does it reset each item? Like each mechanism? I misclicked. What weapon did I give? I gave her a Primordial Jade Cutter. I had too many. I don't remember from what banner I got it from, but I must have gotten a lot of Jade Cutters at some point for some reason or another. And I had one R2 one and one R3 one. Or R1 one, sorry. Not R3 one. So I had a couple of extras lying around. So I decided, wow, well, since I have them, I may as well give one of them to Adet. So Adet has one of the Jade Cutters. I'm not giving her Exiphanes or the finale of the deep. Exile Phoenix is gonna be on Traveler. I have to give that to Traveler. So it just suits him. I cannot not give him that. I gave Exile Phoenix. That's a good idea, to be honest. Exile Phoenix is a very good weapon. Even if it's just as a stat stick, that's so good, honestly. I'm so glad that they gave the Traveler such a good weapon, and a good weapon that also looks good in the actual animations as well. I'm so glad. Genuinely such a good job from them to do that, to be honest. Because it could have easily been the case where they just gave him a shitty weapon as well, and it would have been annoying again. Alright, let me see if I can make another link mechanism and it can connect. Is it connected? There it is. Okay. Hopefully this is going to Vodyanitsa's location. Big ups to the people who put all of these on the floor, by the way. I'm very happy. I'm so glad. I assume there's a blizzard area based on the fact that the map is showing like a blur basically on the right hand side. I'd imagine there's a lot of coldness coming our way. I should probably upgrade the Eye of Grey before we do all these shenanigans, to be honest. I really should do this. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but look at the flocking weed, by the way. They literally have eyes that are blinking, man. So weird, but cool in a way. I should probably pick all of them up, to be honest, while we're here. I need to start upgrading. I need to start collecting a lot of the stuff from this area so that I don't forget it. Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna go into MC mode only. Should I jump down? I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of starting with Odette's meeting point quest, but because of how good Vodyanitsa was in the Archon quest, I might have to start with her, man. Her personality is too good. Also, I tried Wuba, but I really wanted to get in, but I don't really like the art style. I think that's fine. If it's not for you, you shouldn't push yourself to try something, you know? As much as people say like, oh, Wuba is better than Genshin, or vice versa for that matter, you shouldn't force yourself to try and play a game you don't enjoy. I tried Wuba. I'll be honest and say I tried Wuba when it first launched. It wasn't for me. Of course, now it might be a lot better, and maybe I can try it again, and maybe it's better now to the point where I enjoy it. But I know that based on all the games I play already, right? I frankly speaking, when it comes to gacha games, right now my only gacha games are Genshin, HSR, and on my phone I have like a Dokkan and the new Digimon gacha game or idle gacha game that's there. But even that, I don't know how long I'll play for, to be honest. It's probably gonna just be Dokkan on my phone just because it's something on my phone, right? But I don't want to play any other thing on my PC because I have just so many other games that I want to play, right? I am currently replaying Batman Arkham Asylum. I want to play Final Fantasy, the series as a whole again. It's been a long time since I've done that, and with Revelations coming out next year, I want to do that. I have Trails to play. I have some farming simulators. I want to start Stardew Valley. I used to be a huge Rune. I am still a huge Rune Factory guy and everything. So I have all these other games, right? My point being is I have all these other games. I just don't have time for anything else. And even if Wuba is greater, fine. So be it. I'm enjoying Genshin. As long as you enjoy a game, just play that. If you don't enjoy it, it's okay. It also depends on how much time you have for stuff, right? At the end of the day, if you put more time and you enjoy Genshin, for example, more than Wuwa, that's also all right. It's honestly fine. There's no issues in that. You've given an attempt, right? That's the most important thing, is you've given an attempt. You tried playing the game, and it wasn't for you, and that's okay. That's completely fine. I know there will be some people who will probably say otherwise, but it's all right. It's okay. There are materials near. Thank you so much, Teflon. I really appreciate that. Okay, I like those Dark Souls messages, but definitely they can be done a little bit better, to be honest. Cavern of Melodic Tides. Are these items? Wait. I assume these are notes. I didn't even see Vorionitsa there. Is she in the clamp? Or shell?
まさかさっきの歌はこの貝殻から聞こえてきたの？これもフェイ、いや、歌といえば、もしかしてボジャニーツァ？おーい、誰かいない？
Yeah, you're right. I just can't get into a story like weird names when we have so much like Huaglong, Jinxie, and literally game full of. I think the names are okay. At a point, you kind of remember them. I mean, it's the same thing with Genshin and all these other gacha games. First time you hear those names, it's a bit like, oh my god, I can't remember these names. Even in Genshin, sometimes I'll be honest and say I forget a name or two, to be honest. But it's a case of like how much you play the game actively and stuff like that. But I understand that as well, to be honest. It can be quite challenging, especially if the names are difficult to remember by, for sure. It's understandable. What game was it? There was a game that I played where it was a very similar thing, where I was very much like struggling to play it because I was just like, fuck, I can't remember these names because they are a little bit complicated and difficult to remember by. Obviously, if I played it actively, maybe it would be whatever, you know, I play it and I'll learn it over time. But yeah. Oh shit, she has a mermaid form. She actually does have a mermaid form. I wasn't expecting that. True, and even if someone got lost, nobody would. Most wouldn't jump there to jump down.
あそこのこと？もともとは水を引いて完全に塞ぐつもりだったんだけど、でも専門家たちに安易に洞窟の壁を爆破すると山の上部が崩れて雪崩が発生したり地表が裂けたりするって言われたのよ。
I love her personality, man. I really hope she's good.
面倒なことになるんですって。
I really hope she's good as a playable character because I wouldn't mind summoning for her, low key, to be honest. Yeah. I obviously I played the story, so I remember reading that, but I don't know why I didn't think that she could actually turn into a mermaid. I thought they'd just leave her as a humanoid form. I thought they'd just cheap out a little bit. Honestly, I will admit that.
あなたが答えない限り、私も答えないわ。一体ここで誰に会えると思ったわけ？一つの質問に一つの回答。次の質問はその後よ。
Alright, I thought it might be a shell fake. We'll answer that first.
は？貝殻のフェイ？はいはい。童話でおなじみの。
Okay, I didn't expect that to actually be an actual answer, to be honest. Oh? You know what?
真珠に変わるそうだから。
To be honest, I was really busy that day, but I know that Genshin dropped a post on social media on Hoyolab and Twitter and whatnot about like a list of all the fays that are in Snezhnaya. I actually need to read that again, to be honest. Or not read it again, I need to read it for the first time is what I should be saying. Because I didn't have the opportunity to do so. I completely forgot about it.
泣いてあげましょうか。知り合いだっていうのに、私の声がわからないんだものね。
What a drama queen, man. What a drama queen.
なるわけないでしょうが。そんな伝説が本当なら、今頃スネージナヤの水底は真珠まみれよ。真珠のネックレスがあんなに高く市場で出回るはずないでしょ。それに出回っている真珠はほとんどかなり不格好なのよ。本当に貝の精がいればお金を払って綺麗な真珠をたくさん作ってもらうんだけど。
Yes, phase, what makes Snezhnaya, after entering Snezhnaya, it felt like a whole new game. I won't disagree with that. You know, one of my biggest complaints with HSR, as somebody who plays HSR or has played HSR regularly up until recently, I'll admit I've been playing very sporadically recently. I've done the latest story and everything, but still sporadically. I think Genshin has done a way better job when it comes to unique characters compared to HSR. I hate to say it, but that's the truth, to be honest. I mean, you look at HSR, for a game that's supposed to be set in space, I mean, we've seen majority of them are humans for the most part, right? Which is very kind of unfortunate, you know, or at least human-like. Come on, you're a space game. Wait, how did you...
あなたが洞窟の入り口をうろついていた時から足音が氷伝いに聞こえていた。
Damn, she's got good ears.
あたふたしながら氷の壁を降りて、最後のところでうっかり滑って水の中に落ちて、水をペッペッって吐き出したでしょ。本当は強いお酒でも飲ませて体を温めてあげようと思ったのだけど、こんなに冷えたお酒じゃ。
Strong liquor. I mean, I'm down. I just had a couple of beers like a second ago.
ほら、さっさと飲んで。雪原で狩りをする漁師たちが体を温めるのに使う薬よ。
Okay.
さて、次はあなたの質問に。
Is HSR good? I love the first region story.
なぜこんなところで歌の練習をしているのかって聞きたかったんでしょ。
It's a very difficult question because I don't like the game itself anymore, but the story is good, is what I will say. I actually enjoy the story a decent amount. It feels very heroic at times. You could say there's like obviously very little stakes in that sort of situation, but it feels good. You know, you feel good. Obviously, there are still stakes, no doubt about it. I mean, if you read the Amphorius story, amazing. Amphorius was genuinely amazing. Very long story, I'll admit. It drags on at times, for sure. But it's a very solid story, you know. It gets to your feels, right? Like, I will say, the recent story in HSR with Plan Arcadia, doesn't match up to Amphorius. It's a difficult one. Luafu wasn't good at all, and I can understand why you would have dropped it. Penacony at first viewing is good, but then you look back on it, it feels weak, to be honest. But Amphorius obviously was a banger. Plan Arcadia has been okay, but obviously following up on Amphorius, it's difficult. It's a very difficult task. I wouldn't suggest necessarily to jump back in on it. I would say experience the story via videos if you can. Maybe see how you feel when it comes to the story side of things. Maybe see if you can watch the Amphorius first chapter or something and see how you feel from there. Maybe then maybe you can jump back in and experience it that way. Up to you. I'll be honest and say I can't actively recommend HSR as a good gacha game anymore, to be quite honest. I'll as much as I would once upon a time ago, it would be the opposite usually for me, where I wouldn't suggest Genshin, but I would suggest HSR. But nowadays, I'd actually do the opposite. I'd suggest Genshin because I feel like just generally as a game, you know, you're still getting a good experience from the exploring side and some in combat in some ways, right? And then, of course, the story is a big bonus, of course, overall, just, you know, being the cherry on the top, having a really good story. with HSR, it was always the story for me personally, and then the gameplay was there as well, which was very solid. But I feel like with the content that they have in terms of events and then generally with the combat, it feels feels very meh, to be honest.
私の歌の凄さは知っているでしょ？練習のたびに窓の下にたくさんの聴衆が集まったものよ。
One second, I missed that last line. Yeah, makes sense. Okay, yeah.
私の練習が終わるまでは誰も帰ろうとしないの。
Yeah, makes sense to want to practice somewhere far away from where people are constantly wanting to hear you.
でも私があまり劇場で歌の練習をしなくなったのにはいつからか私の歌の練習を聞きにやってくる人たちの中にとても頭の切れる女の子が現れたのよ。その子は私の練習の習慣を分析し、
Actually, one second.
練習時間と場所を突き止めて私をあちこち追いかけてきていた。そのうち
I need to see if there's a three-liner, and I want to see if it this bottom thing covers the top. Because if it does, I need to learn. I need to adjust some stuff for the next stream. I was a bit worried about the chat box, to be honest, but it seems like it's working fine. I'm glad that the chat box is working fine. Maybe I need to just make adjustments on the layout of it. Feels like it's cutting off a little bit at the top and there's a little bit of empty space at the bottom, but that's something I need to work on. And I need to check the bottom. Oh, there we go. Okay, it is covering it a little bit. Maybe I might need to move it up top, maybe, or something. We'll see. I'll work on that in the next stream. I love HSR for the fact that it was based on space, so the stakes will be high. There will be many Fannies-like creatures, but they're making it way too episodic. I get that, but I'm okay with... I think it works as episodic because it's very Star Wars-like in a way, of course, right? In that sense. Or Star Trek, depending on which you like. I feel like it's very similar to either one of those, you could say. But I do agree with you on that sense where it's like you think that it would be like individual like stories as a whole, but it feels like it's episodic where you have to kind of follow the thing before to get an understanding of the thing coming after in that sort of fashion. I get that for sure. One second. So she turned out because that I read. People would even pay her to show them where I'd be so they could be sure to grab a spot. She went some that way, nothing. Okay. So what happened? Yeah. Oh. Oh, damn, she just wanted more, damn. She just made the money and ran off. That's crazy work. Oh, poor Vodyanitsa.
真剣に私の歌を聴いていた過去の自分も好きじゃなくなっていたんでしょうね。
Poor thing, poor thing.
人間の言葉で言うなら、大人になって可愛くない、つまらない人間になったのだわ。私ももう遊びたくなかったから練習場所を引っ越ししたの。
That's sad, man. That's very sad.
ここでは面白い人間には会えないけど。 少なくとも静かに歌の練習ができるもの。今の言葉は取り消しね。何せ今日はみっともなく転んで濡れネズミになったあなたが来たんだから。
One second, sorry, I was just I clicked away for a second.
すると頭が痛くなっちゃうわ。反響室さえ壊れていなければ練習の声もあんなに
Piercing.
まさにそう言いたかったのだわ。
This place looks like it's in good shape though. What's the problem?
問題が起きたのは洞窟自体じゃなくてあの信憑で作られた成虫の方なのよ。
Okay.
私が 練習しすぎたのか、
So we're gonna construct it again?
この間歌の練習をしていたら何本かの声中が突然元々の設計を考えれば
Okay.
簡単なし、私こういう
Wait, well, you did give me that pill. Hold on, were you planning this
そん
from
な
the
わけ
start?
ないでしょ。いくら氷を伝って足音が聞こえると言っても
I love Vodyanitsa, man. I really like her character. Alright, you have a good one, Rockstack. Have a good one. Have a good one.
本当よ。だから早く助けて。どの柱を交換すればいいか。でも口頭では分かりにくいかもね。
Okay, what do you want me to do?
し
Oh, are they gonna like ping? I assume so.
ほら、眩しく光る信標柱がわかるでしょ。あれが壊れた柱。
Okay, so the red ones.
当たり前でしょ。ということで頼むわね。
Okay. Very easy, I suppose. Very, very simple, I guess. Adjust pitch. Okay, that worked. Did that work?
やっぱりあなたに頼んで大正解
That
だ
was
ったわ。
easy. That was very
位置も
easy.
形も完璧。早速た
Hey.
これでしばらくは安心して練習できそうだわ。修繕
Ear
の上に
protection compulsory or
練習曲
optional?
を
That's
一曲
crazy.
歌ってあげる。今日の発声練習はもう終わったから大丈夫。
Oh, a cappella.
ただのアカ
Let's
ペラ練
see.
習よ。今日はここで練習して、数日したらザーレ駅の方でも練習しようと思っているの。オデットとアリョーシャはあっちにいるのかしら。とにかくあなたはここに座って。
Very nice. So that unlocks the meeting point quest for Vodyanitsa as well. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. I'm very excited to try and do all the meeting point chronicles. We'll definitely do that at some point for sure. I mean, there's so many to do. We've got 3 of them to do, and then they add. I'm very happy that they added like an extra like world quest or whatever it is as well. So we've done all of the Shadow Realms. We've unlocked all of these. I still have to do the world quest as well, but that'll be probably a video I do, to be honest. I'm thinking of recording them as a separate video, each world quest. I think we'll start off with this and then we'll go slowly upon each one. But yes, I'm gonna wrap up the stream there as well from my end. It's been 2 hours and it's like 1 a.m. I'm a bit exhausted right now. I was hoping to start the stream a little bit earlier, but like I said, you know, things had changed up at home. Family came in, so I had to spend some time with them and obviously give them a little bit of love and appreciation as I normally do. Is it raining outside? I don't know. Felt like it might have been raining outside. Anyways, we'll be back. I think I'm gonna definitely do a stream next week for sure. That's the idea. I'm hoping I can do a stream once a week at least is the idea. So we will probably do one on Friday again. I think next Friday, I think I'm gonna do a Friday to Friday stream, and maybe if I can do one more extra stream a week, we'll see. Again, I'm not gonna guarantee and promise you guys that, but I'm definitely gonna try and do Friday to Friday stream for the foreseeable future, because like I said, I want to kind of get back into streaming in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it'll be Genshin, maybe it'll be other stuff as well. Maybe we'll do some Final Fantasy here and there and everywhere, but yeah, we'll see how it all pans out. But yeah, I appreciate all of y'all guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys have a lovely rest of your day, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be, and I'll catch you next time. Have yourselves a good one, guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.